Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Nurzalika Mitimnawir, and this is me and my partner's work for the subject EPC426 Syntax Recorded Pair. So basically, this assignment requires us to select one UK or US based article and to extract two sentences and diagram them. Now let's move on to the analysis, shall we? So today I'll be presenting the syntax tree for the sentence ChatGPT is a large-scale generative language model developed by OpenAI. So let's break it down according to its structure, form, and function. So the sentence is a simple declarative statement in the past participle tense, and the verb type is VL, which stands for linking verb. The main sentence pattern is NP subject plus VP predicate, which means a noun phrase as the subject, followed by a verb phrase as the predicate. Starting with the subject, we have the noun phrase ChatGPT, and it is labeled as a proper noun and it functions as the NP subject of the sentence. So there's nothing modifying it, it stands alone. Next, we have the VP predicate, which contains a linking verb and a subject complement. The main verb is, which is a be verb in the present tense. And the subject complement here is a noun phrase, and it tells us more about ChatGPT. So let's look into this noun phrase. It begins with a determiner, a definite article. Then we have two pre-modifiers that function as adjectives, large scale and generative. These all describe the head noun, which is language model. Following that, we have a past participial phrase developed by OpenAI. This functions as an adjective that post-modifies the noun model. So within this phrase, the verb developed is in past participle form, and it's followed by a prepositional phrase by OpenAI. This prepositional phrase shows the agent or doer of the action. In this case, OpenAI is categorized under prepositional phrase of reception in the diagram. So the full noun phrase is a large-scale generative language model, and it acts as the subject complement, telling us what ChatGPT is. Thank you, everyone. I will pass this to my next partner, Ayuni.
Hi, my name is Ayuna Fia. So today I'll be presenting the structure and grammatical analysis of the sentence. The use of ChatGPT in language generation holds certain limitations that should be considered. Let's begin by identifying the grammatical features of the sentence. Type of sentence, it is a simple statement sentence, and the verb type is a VT or transitive verb because it takes a direct object. And the tense is the present tense indicated by the main verb was. And modality is the sentence falls under the indicative mode, which is used to state facts or opinions. Aspect, it shows no aspect. And the voice is the sentence uses active plus passive voice. And the second pattern is the pattern follows by subject plus VT plus DO, which is direct object and relative clause. Now, moving on to the structure tree. At the top of it, we have the label as, which stands for sentence. It's divided into two major components, NP subject, which is the noun phrase that acts as the subject, and VP predicate, the verb phrase which functions as the predicate. Now let's look at the subject, noun phrase, NP. It starts with the determiner, the, and followed by the noun use. Then we have a prepositional phrase of genitive of ChatGPT in language generation or shows position or possession of asset of or association. Inside that, we have another prepositional phrase in language generation, where language functions as an adjective modifying the generation. Now, for the predicate VP, the main verb is holds a transitive verb. The direct object is certain limitations, where certain is an adjective describing the limitations. Attached to the object is a relative clause that should be considered. That is the subordinator. Should is a modal verb, and be considered is a passive verb phrase indicating that someone should consider the limitation. So, and last but not least, in summary, this sentence is structurally simple but grammatically rich. The diagram helps us visualize how phrases are nested and how a relative clause can be embedded within the simple sentence. Understanding these three allow us to grasp complex sentence construction clearly and accurately. Thank you.